sound like this.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don't come, oh yo.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun Mawi, Mayegun diary, ó sì tún ṣe eré wà á gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀.
Thank you so much. Share the broadcast. The trending news this afternoon, this morning, started from this morning, is the news, the breaking news, this shocking announcement from the former queen of Ile-Ife, Queen Naomi. She divorced Ooni Of Ife, like on Facebook. Get what I mean now? Like, I'm done. I'm no longer don't call me queen anymore. I'm no longer his wife. But that wouldn't have been an issue, by the way. But she made some revelations. And you know me, I am more interested in unspoken word through the spoken ones. And as usual, I will take you in that jolly good ride soon. She was going to be the third woman to abandon Ooni, because that's what happened. She divorced Ooni. Ooni didn't divorce her. She divorced, and she said, she listed her reasons there. 70 human beings were kidnapped on the Kaduna, what do you call it? Kaduna Brini. Let me check that. They call it something. Yeah, Kaduna Brini Gwari Road, where terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, that they said they have defeated. So they kidnapped 70 people, over 70 people kidnapped, traders, most of them. Apart from those that they killed in the last 4 days. We put the numbers together, ladies and gentlemen, right? They killed over 280 human beings in Nigeria in just three states in the last 4 days. So Buhari is in Maiduguri. According to their usual show off of, oh yeah, we are fine. The North is fine. The northern Nigeria is safe, blah, 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 blah. They welcomed Boko Haram to Maiduguri today, the terrorist. Boom, boom, bomb again. 5 people died. So we're going to talk about that. Also, I picked up a video where the governor of Ebonyi State, for the sixth time, Devulumayi, after waging war against his own people, hunting them down like they are criminals, killing them in the name of hunting IPOB members. He decided, well, they started with their Ebube Agu, Ebube Lizard, and Ebube, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. But they keep launching it. Unfortunately, this time around, now 2x2 Paco, 2x2 plank they gave to them to go and fight terrorists. Somehow it's a joke. I thought I should let you know about it before we get fully into this. Watch. They feel people are volunteered. Those ones you see there with the uniform and the rest of them, they are the Ebonyi volunteers for Ebubeagu. Ebubeagu is the state police in Ebonyi or Eastern Nigeria, according to those governors there. So I just thought I should share that with you. Now let's read former Queen Naomi's Naomi, former Queen Naomi. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right or not. So I don't want all the Naomis to be angry with me. But Queen Naomi is the queen of Ile-Ife. Do you know that historically, the position, the stool of Ooni of Ife is not a royal stool? Do you know that? Ooni is like who you can call the chief priest. A chief priest who handles all of the Orishas in Yoruba land right there. So it wasn't a royal stool until, over time, and then they made it a royal stool where people now wear crown for whatever it is. Now we have a queen, or in the time of Ooni Ogunwusi or Jaja II, well, youngest Ooni, so far. Baba was with his first wife. I can't remember her name now. Very beautiful black woman as well. Then Baba became Ooni of Ife after so much game, which I'm not really taking you into, including some of the personal businesses that are already moribund. He said it just 2 days ago. He said he was so broke that he contemplated killing himself. However, he became Ooni of Ife. And he married this beautiful Queen Olori. That one was Olori Wuraola from Benin. You remember her? Before Queen Naomi. Somehow that didn't last more than a year or two after she quitted. Queen Naomi, prophetess Naomi, came on and she said, God told her to marry Ooni because it is a God-ordained marriage. Something that looks like a perfect, not really kind of so perfect, because people were like, she's a prophetess. Ooni is, what do you call Ooni is a chief priest. Ooni is a traditionalist, a chief priest who is the custodian of the Orishas in Ile-Ife. Is that not a mismatch? As I said, they're going to make it work. At least let that be a model to so many young people who probably have been denied the opportunity of marrying their, the love of their lives simply because they have other religions. So it was like pretty much like a good beginning until not princess, queen. Sorry, some of you don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'll share that with you. When I share that with you, you get to know where I'm coming from, right? She said things, and I am kind of interested in what she didn't say or what she said, kind of proverbially. So I'm going to take you through a write-up where she publicly divorced Ooni of Ife. I know some of you may have ego problems. You may have your ego problem. Like, nobody can divorce Ooni. Ooni of Ife will be the one to divorce. But this is 2021, all right? Sometimes, even your girlfriend that you are like, you may end up having to, find out that she got married or she's getting married this weekend on Facebook, on social media. We have seen many. Okay, this is 2021. People know too they wait, make them divorce them anymore. Then they quick announce them. Read your screen, right? I'm sorry if it's so dark. I'm using dark mode on my laptop, so sharing that with you means that it's going to be dark. However, I'm on the page of Queen Naomi. Let's start with this. So the queen woke up this morning and then she said, I bless the Lord Almighty for his faithfulness in the last 3 years of my marriage. In life's journey, it isn't how far, still how well. Indeed, though Satan issue, where we say, Ooni of Ife, right? Well, we'll come back to that anyway. Don't worry. So Satan should buffet if trials should come. I have this blessed assurance controlling all situations and saying to me, it is well with my soul. Certainly, it is well. Well, Queen, it is not well. I made my journey into the ancient throne of Ife with faith in my heart and love for the keeper of it. Few impressions I would love to correct. If anyone knows otherwise, they are free to come up with facts. Let it be known that this decision to move on did not come because His Majesty is married to another queen. As many would love to assume, throughout our life as a couple, I was the only married wife to him. There were side attractions, side chicks, all those ones where they make queen get sleepless nights. You see what you don't cause? She knows, she knew that you were there. There were side attractions, but it was never an issue. She was fine. I never approached him with any revelation of any sort. As many believed, he contacted me first and made his proposal known several months later. The marriage was not an arranged one, as many have misconstrued. I never knew the prophetess said to have introduced me to him. Instead, he introduced her to me after I agreed to marry him. I was only being polite out of respect for him. That means she lied when she agreed with Ooni of Ife that she was introduced to Ooni of Ife by a prophetess. She lied. Prophetess Iparo, just to back Ooni of Ife, that was also lying for some reason. Said, I have never been pregnant all my life before Tadenikawo. That is the prince, the child they have together. Tadenikawo. My son is my first ever pregnancy with medical reports to back it up. The girl who is said to be my daughter is my niece. I did my best to endure and make it work many times. I smiled through the struggle, no marriage. But I have finally realized I had I had just one assignment, my son. And when God is done, he is done. He chose Saul to be king. And when he was done, he told Prophet Samuel, I have moved on. Religion was never an issue between us. Please refer to my interview on News Central TV. Instead, His Majesty has pictured he would love the world to see. Yeah, His Majesty has a picture he would love the world to see and perceive him as. And another one, which is his true self. Some of us know, say, Ooni Of Ife, now two personalities the guy they use. But we'll get to that part very soon. Anyway, so that's one of the unspoken words that I told you about. I'm going to probably dig into. It's not really going to make some of you comfortable, to be sincere, okay? Because some of you are hypocrites, all right? Some of you, many of you rather, are hypocrites. And look at me very well. Like I do advise people, don't raise your hope when you are listening to Mayegun, because I may say some things that make you feel comfortable today. Then I'm going to say something that will make you really, 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 really uncomfortable tomorrow, if that tomorrow is not too long. Because I may say something this minute, say something else next minute. It's just the truth that will make you uncomfortable, because I'm not an hypocrite. Yeah, I'll get to that part as well. But now let's continue. Today, I announce the beginning of a new dawn and the close of a chapter. Today, I am a mother to God's unique gift. I am no longer a slave to my thoughts of perfection. I at this moment, announce that I shall no longer be referred to as wife to the Ooni of Ife or as queen of Ile-Ife, but as the queen of the people. She seems to love the title queen so much. Prophetess, you are not a queen, okay? Even your husband, Ooni of Ife, that made you queen, it is all charade. It is all show off. And I'm glad you are now probably doing without it, but you are not a queen. So stop calling yourself queen of the people. You are not anybody's queen. You are just Naomi, the wife of Ogunwusi, who happened to be the Ooni of Ife, the holder, the custodian of that test too. All right. So you are not anybody's queen. In all sincerity, with all respect, by the way, because I like you. All right. But stop lying to yourself. You are not anybody's queen until Ogunwusi decided to pretend to make you a queen to a non-existing throne. But let's continue. Hi, at this point, well, she announced. She said that her job is to take care of her son, Tadenikawo. Is God's way of saying, let's see, yeah, said he is God's way of saying, I know about it all. In situations like this, there will be aggrieved persons. I, at this moment, appeal to all parties involved to allow the peace of God with the consciousness that there is a lovely little boy between us. I thank all of my prayer partners and loved ones. I remain committed to all the projects, charity work and ministry, blah, 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 blah. God bless you, Jare. Madam Naomi. Normally, we don't get any business with Ooni of Ife's marital life. Just same way we have no business with the marital life of some of the crooked political leaders in Yoruba land. But sometimes, when they clash, when they fight like this, you get the opportunity to see through them, and then you will then have an understanding as well of why they've always been relics, bunch of failures who are so selfish all for themselves while they pretend to be speaking for the multitude. But that's what that means, two-face. You wear a mask that says, number one, as a Yoruba traditional ruler, yeah, you cannot, like naturally, like, as a Yoruba traditional ruler, you would, wherever you find yourself, you will be defending the Yorubas with whatever is in you, not what comes to you as your own gain. There was a time that they did a report on You see, when Ooni of Ife, Oba Ogunwusi, was to become the Ooni, he wasn't really a clean guy that much. And that's the reason why when he went to Abuja and he had the opportunity of meeting Bokwari, you know what he did? He sided with Buhari, and he didn't hide it. He came back to team up with those that are going to help them chase the Yorubas who are tired of the marginalization of the what do you call it of the terrorism that is enveloping, especially Ile-Ife and Environ and the rest. So, if you check his story from the start to when he came, there was a time that they had to report about him defrauding people, or Ooni of Ife, defrauding people as estate, what do you call it, estate agent or something like that. There's that report is on social media there. So you see all those shady things that were known with somebody that was supposed to be upright and virtuous by all standard, only to end up as a compromise or a compromised individual, making the position and the stool he occupy as well compromise the tool that the likes of Buhari can push him here and there. And then you, as an hypocritical Yoruba, right, so shameless enough, right, to pretend and then be like, you know what, we cannot say that about elders. So you can't say that about elders. We know they are all thieves. We know they are all opportunists. We know they are all fraudulent characters. But don't say that outside. You know he's an oba. You know he's this and that. That's exactly where I'm coming to. I have been shouting and I've been talking and I've been kind of, always evangelizing about the silence of those who claim to be speaking for us or intelligent enough to be speaking for us, the likes of the traditional rulers, the likes of the political class. So the compromise they have on them, right, that makes them so kind of predictable enough that if they say, oh, the Yoruba Obas, oh yeah, come inside. Now, we have a disagreement to to keep the status quo of Nigeria as it is. But you, as Yoruba Obas who come around, what do you have to say? Many of them come from the communities where these terrorists have, wreaked havoc and all that. So at that point, because of who they are, imbalance, what do you call it, fraudulent, manipulative people, they deny the Yorubas where they have the chance to defend the Yorubas. They do. And when people said, how come it is then so kind of, let me put it this way. Where you have people who claim to be leaders, back home, yeah, they are a bunch of kind of opportunists and those who know them very well, close to them, like their wives and the rest, they put up with them until they can no longer put up with that fake fraudulent life. Some of them keep up. And what they do is that they just live with that fake life. Some of their wives, right? What they do is that they know them deep down. And most of the failure that you witness out here, most of those failures are actually right from the house, from the home. So when they have the opportunity of speaking out for us, yeah, they speak out for themselves. When they have the opportunity of standing up for us every time, they stand up for themselves, only then to turn around to come back to you and say, you know what? Nigeria is non-negotiable. How is Nigeria non-negotiable? Especially you, a leader from Yoruba land or from any part of Yoruba land, walked into a place where at least you can make a difference, you can make a changes, you can, somebody like Ooni Of Ife, who met with Buhari, shady, criminal-minded crooks. He met with Buhari. And he came back to us and he said he met with Buhari and he couldn't tell Buhari about the atrocities of the Fulanis in Yoruba land. Rather, he listened all through to what Buhari had to say, which mostly was warning Ooni, our own Ooni, warning him to go back and warn all the Yorubas to stop all that nonsense of asking for self-determination and the rest of that. In fact, go and warn Sunday ago. Since I heard that, I've always been asking myself, like, how do the Ooni and the gang, when they sit together and they are talking about Yoruba land and the underdevelopment of Yoruba land, the shortchanging of Yoruba land, as well as every other thing going on right now in Yoruba, when they talk and if these Fulanis are not there, when they sit down and talk, do they tell themselves the truth that everything is all right? Yeah? Do they? Of course, I mean, probably they do, or probably they don't, whatever it is. Somebody that cannot hold marriage together. 5 years of being Ooni of Ife. Yeah? And then this. And some said maybe the women are not even the problem. I said, well, maybe the women are not the problem. But I'm more interested in these characters individually. Yeah? How they do at home, what they keep at home, and then what they pretended the world to see, which doesn't really correlate in most cases. And this time around, I decided to say something about that. So the point here is this, yeah? We know whatever is going on at home, some of them we know, all right? Some of them, which has to do with, what do you call it? With some of, maybe I should stop using some. Shady involvement of your Ooni of Ife, right? As well as, because before this Naomi, right? It was Wuraola. Wuraola came out and he said, everybody believes that this your Ooni is rich. He leaves off the real politicians who actually pay him to talk to you, to talk to the rest of you who might want to take them up every now and then, like tell you who you should vote for, who you should, like the likes of Tinubu and Co. Uraola told us that the guy has no real money. He has no real business. He is Ooni of Ife that is under the, like Evda Obas, right? Under the control of the local government areas, right? Now, as Ooni of Ife, for him to live that luxurious life and what have you, there are many shady things that goes on behind the scene. Some of them compromise that the government of the day have on the rest of them. If most of your royal fathers, first class obas and the rest of them, you see their fraudulent lifestyle, corrupt criminal lifestyle that makes them at least appear to be wealthy and the rest of that, living off the state is the reason why you will never find many of them, especially first class oba in any part of Nigeria, especially Yoruba land. Yeah, you will never find any first class oba. Yeah, championing the breakup of Nigeria or reorganization of Nigeria in truest sense of it, because they all have compromise on them. Compromise that the likes of Boko and any other politicians, Stephen and Co, can use on them. So somebody that cannot handle their home, I mean, you are a king. Why should a king, yeah? Apart from the fact that we were complaining that why should the king be going to the party? Why should Ooni of Ife live in his own palace? And then, in the olden days, Ooni of Ife don't leave their palaces. They stay in their palaces. They don't leave. People go there to see them. You don't see the face of Ooni of Ife because he's a priest, a very high, powerful, priest. But our own Ooni goes to the parties everywhere, every now and then, chasing contracts, chasing connections here and there. And at the end of the day, they're entrapped in what we call the compromise of conflict of interest or what have you. Yeah. So they have no real job. They have no real business. And then the only way to survive is to live off the system. So if Ooni or any other royal father comes out and they tell you Nigeria is not, the Nigeria is not working, but the solution is not to break up Nigeria. It is simply because he is a contractor of government. He is a slicker of that government or all the politicians that comes to him. Majority of them are they are living the fake life of pretending to be rich, but yet they are just government contractors. So as we move on and on and on, we're going to get to that point. I've told you, we're going to get to that point whereby what happens or what will happen will no longer be decided by the people who have been, the compromised lots who hold different titles in Yoruba land. Meanwhile, they are worth nothing, absolute nothing, except for what Nigeria says or the value Nigeria places on them. So don't get so offended. Are you saying Ooni of Ife worth nothing? No. The occupier of that stool, who has brought so much ridicule to it, yeah, chasing this and that or everywhere, right? Has made that stool, has made him or ridicule that stool enough that you can't rely on them. They can't talk to you. Their opinions don't count. Everything they have, their opinions, their thought, their says, their everything or involvement is compromised. So we're going to get to that stage soon that everyone will agree. These guys are inconsequential if you really want to make a difference. Just a few days ago or last week, Obasanjo advised the same Ooni. Because, you are a king. Why should a king be having a girlfriend, concubines, and the rest of that? Your queen, the first lady of Ile-Ife, the mother of your prince, your son, right? She's been taking it in. But because these guys have no honor, for real, they don't have any real honor. They don't have any real costing. Most of what you give to them, they are just the flash of what they want you to see. And then you live with that and you flow with that. Bunch of shameless human beings holding positions, but because they hold up those positions, you're like, no, don't talk like that. Be careful what you say about them, because exactly, you have to be careful when you talk about criminals who are disguised as honorable men and women. Why should a king be having girlfriends and what have you? You are a king, for goodness sake. You are a chief priest and a king. Well, whatever, king. You can marry as many as you want. The other one from what do you call it, the Alaafin of Oyo, he has how many wives? They are being fed by who? By the state government, by the people. So marry, right? Respect your women, respect your wife. But no. It seems not to be the case in the case of this Ooni of Ife. So the insult, the ridiculousness that has been brought upon the stool of Ooni came so fast to the point that people are beginning to say, man, oh boy, it can't be like say we never see our name before. You know why? Number one, everybody was kind of optimistic, hopeful. Young girl, very young person. Bring new dynamism into this. Bring new kind of, redefine this traditional stew. Oh boy, the guy came and he became one of the top ass liquor you can find anywhere when it comes to ass licking or kissing ass of the establishment. Sometimes he wants to sound like he knows what he's talking about, but most of the time, he says a lot of things that he had no clue of what he's talking about. Because, like his wife said, he wants you to see this image, right? The image that is just all talk, no action, no substance, no strength, no nothing. It's just all Ooni. You remember back in the days when they say, Ooni of Ife, Oba Okunade Shijuade, they will say, àwọn alágbára nìyẹn, because when they put word out there, they put action into it. Those are the people that will say, I'm angry. And Abacha, as mad as Abacha was, he was Abacha's friend. They were friends. I shouldn't be using him as shouldn't be using him as what you call a good example. But that was how powerful he was. He could tell Abacha not to do something and Abacha won't do it. That's how kind of influential it was. But they are a bunch of useless people who took advantage of their people during their lifetime and then on. It never really left, they never really leave any real impact to point to as a people, except for the fake ones that we always love to make up. We are Yoruba people. We are great people. We are Yoruba people. We are, you know what I mean? Those old glory that they live off. So yeah, whatever it is, Obasanjo said a few days ago, Obasanjo said, Ooni of Ife should respect himself. Yeah, respect yourself. Don't go out there and tell Yorubas who to vote for. Don't tell them and cajole them and say all manner of nonsense to make Yorubas participate in a fraudulent election just because of those who pay you, those who pay for your private, your private jet flight and what have you, first class flights everywhere you go to. Those who pay for that, who steal from the people impoverish them in order to fuel your lifestyle and whatever it is. Please don't tell the Yorubas. Don't tell Yorubas to go and vote for Tifnumbu, what do you call it, the disabled Tifnumbu and the rest of them. So the point here is this. Ooni of Ife should take most of his time now to look inward, okay? He used to be the kind of role model. Many of us thought he was going to be a role model, a young, dynamic, futuristic, and then sort of a uniting, character. But he ended up as one of them, somebody who is also an hustler, trying to survive from the system that is so polarized that everybody depends from the crumbs. I mean, depends on the crumbs that comes from the center. So they don't speak for you. They don't speak for me. He should spend most of his time from now on to fix himself, to fix his home, to at least do something in that regard. Marry 10 wives if you want. Marry 20 if you want. If your paymasters, if those who are, who are funding the stool of Ooni of Ife, if they have enough money, yeah, marry 20 wives. Respect that stool. Stay back in that palace and do the affairs of the Yorubas who are interested in discussing their affairs. This guy, this man put together some funny names. Funny names, about 150 of them, including Dele Momodu. And he said they are Yoruba think tanks. They are the Yoruba Oduduwa Nation think tank, blah, 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 blah. It's been over a year. He also told us then that, don't worry, I warned Igbowo. Igbowo did not listen to me. So since I warned him and he didn't listen to me, well, I've forgiven him. I'm going to still do something about his detention in Benin Republic. All talk, no substance. You get what I mean now? Or, Shiju Ade will not come out and say, Otimu Igbowo nife. Although Shiju Ade will not probably support Sunday Igbowo locked up in Benin Republic. You know why? You remember Modakeke Ife? Modakeke Ife war. Sunday from our own Igbo from Igbo sided with the Modakeke people. And that's what made him popular. He didn't fight on behalf of Ife. They fought Ife. That's what happened. And I believe that historically, even if Shiju Ade was alive, he would support the killings of Igbo or probably incarceration of Igbo. We didn't pay attention, when Ooni Ogunwusi came out and he said he has sent a delegation and he has put together a team from his palace. They have put together a team. They are now they were on their way to Benin Republic, and they were the think tank Yoruba, this and that. 6 months after that, it was Genje, no substance, all talk, no substance. So we have so many obas like that. Ooni of Ife own just came out now because his former queen said, the guy now two-face manipulator. We know that. Many of us know that. And most of the time we're just like, we will just wait and see. But now that his wife came out and he said whatever he wanted you to believe out there is what he wanted you to believe. But back inside, some of us cannot even, if we should begin to open the can of worms, right? You will realize that if he says something, if he says something about political whatever in Nigeria, if you get pure water, you go stone him. Like, no joke. Okay? If you are from Ile-Ife and you feel offended, I'm sorry. Because I'm not sorry. No matter what it feels to you, this is how it feels to the rest of us in Yoruba land. When characters like this bring shame, that's what they bring upon us. Shame, simply because of whatever they get or whatever they are offered or whatever they are getting from the system. They deny Yoruba and they find a way of talking it away. They say it. They find a way to explain it away, why they would never ever stand on behalf of Yoruba where it matters most. So his wife told us, we know that, and we just hope that with time, most of what should indeed come to light will come to light, and we'll treat it that way. Exactly. See, you cannot expect anything better from corrupt, compromised people in Yoruba land of today. Yeah. 99% of those who parade themselves as either Yoruba politicians, either Yoruba traditional rulers, either Yoruba religious leader, whatever it is, 99% of them, yeah, they are as corrupt as the contraption called Nigeria. 99% of them are regular beneficiary of the rotten system. 99% of them, they will stand with Nigeria, even if they have to explain it away why they are going to do that. 99% of them never see any reason why Yorubas deserves better, right? But they will tell you Nigeria is going to be great when they have no idea how. And then when you try to take them up on it, they quickly hand you over to the enemies, those who can kill you, especially if you are becoming, because your problem, asking them to do the right thing, asking them to stand up against the system that has kept us so poor for so long, asking them to do all of that is asking them to go against the status quo. It's asking them to go poor, because living free, is something that, everybody would love to live free. Just live free, enjoy everything for free. But I wish it's actually that free. So yeah, the point here is this: the likes of all these traditional rulers, politicians, and the rest, we will demystify them. Number one, you have to know that there is no deity or no gods in Yoruba land that will side with the people who side with your oppressors. Our orishas, our gods in Yoruba land, we used to call on them when we have tyrants, when we have criminal leaders, when we have problems. We call on our gods. We call, our gods to rise and fight for us. Those who came before us said they did rise and they fought for Yoruba land until the Yoruba people came to where we are today. Yeah. So in Yoruba land, those who are the custodians of those deities, those who are custodians of these gods, they know that the gods never lies. You can lie in the name of the gods, but with time, it will catch up with you. But in most cases, yeah, those who know, knows about our deities, about our gods, and the rest of them, many of them, they don't give a damn. So don't let anybody tell you they're talking about any royal father is don't let them curse you. Nobody will curse you. They have already cursed themselves. Yes, like I said, as dishonest, as misrepresented, what can I say? Misrepresenting as they have been, yeah, they have already betrayed the gods of the land. All the Yoruba kings who are so mute, quiet, right? And those who have been speaking to defend Nigeria, and the rest of them that are going to speak and ask you to go and vote for Tifnumbu and the rest. The gods of Yoruba land is not with them. If they curse you, enough you walk. They are all criminals. They are a bunch of criminals, old and young. If you see any of them when they put on their crown and they put on their what do you call it? And then they dress to intimidate you. And they tell you that watch your mouth. You don't talk to elders like that. Kings. That is a place in Ile-Ife. There is a shrine in Ile-Ife. If you enter the house, Ile-Oòduà, don't let if Ooni of Ife enter the Oduduwa house. If you curse anybody, it go happen. If you pray for anybody, it go happen. And we say, how come he hasn't prayed for Buhari there? Maybe Buhari is just the one that is okay. How come he is then defending Buhari against the Yorubas? It is simply because at Ile Oòduà, at Yara Oòduà, at every other thing that they said they have there for Yoruba, which makes us thick, they have given them what war. And in Yoruba land, if you eat the forbidden, if you do something that is forbidden, yeah, the rest of the gods will stop listening to you. And as I'm talking to you right now, I don't think there is any god in Ile-Ife or any of the deities or any gods in Yoruba land that is listening to all these motherfucker kings that have sold us off. Yes, I said that deliberately. I said that intentionally. Motherfucker kings. Mayegun, don't talk like that. You should know that. Motherfucker kings. All of them. I'm saying it slowly because of children, because children may be watching. So just block their ears like that. I said that deliberately. These are compromised criminals. Don't let anybody intimidate you. Don't let anybody threaten you. If I enter that yara Odua, I will curse you, Baba. Go inside there and do live video. We go to do me on Facebook. Go inside the Odudua house because they have compromised it. I grew up in Ijebu. And I have a little knowledge, or let me say, so many knowledge about some of this, our deities and our tradition. Trust me when I say yes, I do have an understanding of them. Most of these things have been compromised. The Orishas are no longer there listening to this junk and bunch of criminals who have taken over all the mantle of leadership in Yoruba land. They don't speak for me. They will never speak for me. And I am going to be one of those generations that are going to encourage the generation coming after me never to listen to them. When you see them, don't prostrate. They are a bunch of criminals that we call opportunists. If you don't speak for your people, if you are too afraid to speak boldly, if you are scared to lose that comfort, to lose that peck of office that they give to you simply because you speak out, if you are scared to lose that comfort or that they give to you as a king or politician or wherever on behalf of the Yoruba people, you don't deserve anybody's respect. I will call Holy Spirit, I will call this and that to deal with you. Forget it. Nobody they deal with anybody. Nobody they deal with anybody. It's all those intimidation, all those threats and whatever you that stops you from speaking out. Yeah. I remember people used to tell me, think about your future. Think about your future. One of the things they roped us into as a Yoruba people, respecting the elders, respecting your leaders, respecting the thieves dressed in Agbada, Babariga, and they have cap like me. Thieves in Yoruba land, they say respect them, even whatever happens, just respect them. We say, no, we don't respect thieves here. We don't do that here, bro. We don't do that here, bro. We don't. You see, they made you believe that speaking out, speaking up is disrespectful. Now, some of you sitting down there today, I disagree with that. Speaking up, sometimes you need to, you need to clarify it. Some of these people don't speak for us. Some of these people, they don't even care about you and me. But they need to put a face out there to make them pretend that they care about you and me. Go around now. As people have been shouting hunger from January, they are now about to give them a rice, chicken, oil, rice, chicken, all over the country right now. All the stores who couldn't sell rice cheaper in the past 1 year, they will all offload their storage now because politicians want to give rice, churches want to give rice, mosques want to give rice and chicken, politicians and the rest of it, they want to share food and all of that. This moment, they don't speak for us. And you see, somebody said, when I said, oh boy, Ooni Of Ife marriage don't collapse. So somebody said, waiting be your business. Another person came there. Oh, don't worry, he's still going to come back and tell all his followers that the reason why the marriage of Ooni Of Ife collapsed is because Ooni Of Ife did not support Yoruba nation. Yes, I say it. Since you have already said it, yes, that is why it collapsed. And many of them will still collapse. You know why? Because many people will get closer to them. And you see all these shady things that they do behind the scene. You know, sometimes you sit with people and you know that they are so fraudulent. You know they are lying. Yeah, I mean, you know they are shady. They are so shady and they are dark. But because he's a king like me now, they say, Chief Mayegun of the universe, and I come here now, and I'm like, hey, all of you, you need to behave well. You need to do this and that for us to progress, for us to do this and that. Meanwhile, behind the scene, all of them, no, maybe Mayegun are 419. Imagine that and then I have family. I have people who are closer to me. They know me better. Yeah? See this. And they will see me. Mayegun, I have 500, 600 videos talking about people who have done so terribly well, so terribly badly that millions of lives have been affected. I talk about them all the time. Say, the guy in a 419, they collect, see, you know what I mean? Do you know how that feels? At some point, person could just come and say, oh boy, they say, Mayegun's marriage don't collapse. So, say, what's happen? And the guy said, and then my partner comes out and say, that Mayegun that you are seeing is this, is that. And some of you will begin to feel like, oh boy, this guy don't scam us, tete. Some of you will be like, I don't know, I'm seeing sins. That's the case here now. Do you get that? So he who want to come to equity should come with clean hands. So if you want to, and none of them come with clean hands, so there's no point in trying to preach about that anyway. They are all dirty criminals, and their debt is the compromise they have on the rest of them. Compromise. Do you get that? So they don't speak for me. I can say whatever I want about them. Yes. Though if I'm in Nigeria right now, you see everything I've said about Ooni Ogunwusi or Jaja now, yeah? Before you know it, they will just say, breaking news. Nigerian police have arrested the blogger for what is said about Ooni. Then you will see all this Yoruba Afofungbemus, because we have some Okponus, we have Afofungbemus, we have the Akpodas, Okponu, Akpodas. All right? And then it doesn't really have anything to do with age. I see. You see, I watched that video. He was just talking and talking, insulting. What is this business? What is this problem? They say they don't arrest them. They don't arrest them, because that's the life. Oppressors, oppressing the oppressed. Everybody is waiting for his own turn, right? If I was in Nigeria. And then you see that they will call, say, you cannot say that, nobody. So I can say whatever I want about them. I can say anything I want about them. And whatever I say about them, you can't dispute them except if your hypocritical mind says, and so, because that's what most of you say, Is that not, and so? Of course, I'm not talking to the and so's. So nobody will curse you. Speak out. Learn how to speak out. All these old criminals, yeah, they are relying on the old trick of threat of death. Yeah, they say that all the time. I also remember when people used to send me messages. There's this man, very useless human being. Initially, he would follow me, Mayegun, well done. Then when I started taking on this criminal, because me, I like when I'm talking about people, when I'm talking about a problem, I love mentioning the criminals that created the problems. I don't care if that person is a pastor or imam. I don't give a damn if that person is 90 years old or 19 years old. I don't give a damn about that. I don't give a damn if it's what do you call it, Christian or a Muslim or whatever. I don't care. I say it, I mention it, I speak my mind, I turn off my camera and I go my way. Peace of mind. Right? So this guy will come to me and then he started sending me messages like, I should be careful. That was at the early stage. Then the next thing was like, if you care about your future, that's the easiest one. People will tell you not to speak out. People will tell you not to speak up. People will tell you that you shouldn't criticize them like that because they can do and undo. But one thing is that when you speak out, you scare them more, but you have no idea. Because you see every one of them, as much as they are rogue and criminal, yeah, they value that fraudulent, what do you call it? Public image that you give to them out there. They care so much about it. So speak out, speak up. Nobody go kill you. No babalawo, no mamalawo. None of this, anything working for these criminals can do anything to you. Do you get what I mean now? Speak out, speak up. So this another weary called Gumi, Osama bin Gumi. We read it in the paper. Well, not the papers because I have the video. I'm going to share that with you later. All right. Boko Haram, they entered the express. You remember that 2 days ago or thereabout, they said that they have killed so many bandits in Sokoto, where they were looking for Turuji. Turuji is like, the new reigning terrorist chief in that part of the country through Jibelu. After Al-Banawi, Shekau, and the rest of them. So they told you that they were shooting them down a few days ago. We didn't see the body. We didn't see their guns. We didn't see all the, at least people you were shooting should be the terrorists with guns, right? We didn't see anything or any proof, but they uploaded pictures of burning a vehicle, gun mounted vehicle. So, but guess what? The terrorists decided to give what they call the baptismal of fire on Kaduna Briningwari Road, where they kidnapped over 70 traders. They killed as many as they could. They shot and shot. They went into a bus and they kidnapped everybody on that bus. Though, even though that's pretty much like something people have been so used to. Yeah? This guy, this man, still insists that you have to treat them like Nigerians. I'm going to play it before I continue.
We don't have answers to this. That's why we are surprised. But if we have embraced them as Nigerians and extend to them what we extend to Nigeria, or at least give them hope, just hope, you will see a difference. And this is what we learned when we ventured there. It's not an irretractable problem. It can be solved. But we need the right political environment to do it. Many people, like the kind representative is talking about military actions. We're here for peace. And we have seen that peace can tame this Frankenstein. I've seen it. What we need to do is to build, like the Global Peace Foundation and Vision Africa, what they have been doing around the world, like building homes and schools, giving locals animals to breed, giving them medical attention, planting and engaging the community. This is all what we need to do with the Fulani herdsmen to get them piped down and drop their weapons. This is all what we need. And we don't have to wait for.
Do you see where we always have problems? That's all we need to do. You need to give them land. You need to give them, build schools for them, build hospitals for them, and give them cows so that they can have something to raise. That's the life. So do that for them and there will be peace. But people are asking, this issue of insecurity, as many are pretending not to see, where people are, because people get killed every day in Nigeria. It's like a normal thing. I'm talking about killed. I'm not talking about people dying. People die every day all over the world. Yeah, people die for every different reasons. Accidents, natural causes, ailment, and the rest of that, right? But in Nigeria, people get killed by terrorists that are being advocated for on the media to be given some level of succor or privileges. Give them something if you don't want them to, if you want them to pipe down. Now, here is the problem, okay? Nigeria has over 250 ethnic nationalities. When I say ethnic nationalities, I'm talking about people who are countries on their own. They were supposed to be countries on their own. If Africa, us in Africa, if we were supposed to be, let me say in Nigeria, if we were supposed to be in Europe, part of Europe, right, we would likely be our own country. 250 different countries will stand on their own. No joke. Different tribes and culture and what have you. But there is one called the Fulani tribe. We have the Fulanis in Nigeria, no doubt. The Fulanis that are killing people, kidnapping people, and doing all of these things now, they call them the Fulani herdsmen. But they are not herdsmen, they are terrorists. These terrorists are not the terrorists. I mean, they are not Fulanis who are from all the expected Fulani states in Nigeria. No. They said they are from Niger, Chad, Mali, Sudan, Libya, and all these places. Then that then brings us to a country of 250 ethnic nationalities and over 200 million people, but cannot find it easy and convenient to come together and say, listen, we don't want to give our land, as many people have resisted, rejected them. We don't want, and we don't want you to cross anywhere down to our part. Okay? Being part of Nigeria does not make us our land the part of Fulani land, right? So people now said, why don't you just bring everybody together to discuss that? Why don't you let us have this national dialogue and decide how they want to, how everybody wants to still be part of this country or not? If anyone wants to still be part of it, and those who don't want to be part of it, they can have a referendum and they can be on their own. Those who want to stay together, they can stay together. So those who want to give their lands to Fulani terrorists, they can give their lands to the Fulani terrorists. It's just as simple as that. But no, they don't want to have that national dialogue. They want to impose it. Then people started asking, listen, if cattle rearing is a business, that means it is a private business. Abi? Just like your provision business, just like your transportation business, your Okada business, just like your construction business, your engineering business, just like, your importation business, that's your business. Just same way that, whatever you want to call it, that's exactly what the cattle rearing is. And how come that cattle rearing became something of national importance to the Fulanis and the rest of all those other people who are doing spare part business or importation business or whatever business you are doing? Your business is your business. So if government want to give you subsidy, or let me say, if government want to support you, government will support your business and say, we are going to give you some bailout if you're in trouble. So if the Fulani are in trouble with their cows, should they go about kidnapping innocent people? Should that be the only way for everybody to collect from the national Nigeria budget, one Nigeria? Start killing people who they sell spare parts. Go on the road, start kidnapping and killing people. By the time you kill up to 100,000 people, like the Fulani terrorists and the Boko Haram, they will begin to make laws for you that they need to build you shop, they need to build you bigger outlets, garages, and all of that for your spare part business. Who does that? That is exactly what is going on in Nigeria. But guess what? When you say it, what they try to do is that because Nigeria is ethnically, religiously, and all of that divided. Okay? Though we have those who are politically correct, who love to live in denial. They love it. They live in denial. Yeah? But Nigeria is divided. Completely divided along ethnic, religious, political, whatever line, class. So how dare you then have to force just one team on us and say for peace to reign? Government should build, government should buy, government should give conditions, and then they give us conditions. They are so terrifying that they have a capacity to shoot down a fighter jet. Imagine shooting down a government military fighter jets. That's how powerful they have become. And that's what they said, that for peace to reign, we should all have it at the back of our mind that the Fulanis, we need to take care of them. And then we said, okay. Just like I told you earlier about these royal fathers in Yoruba land and politicians in Yoruba land. Some of you from northern Nigeria, even you Fulani, you watching me right now, that is a Fulani man or woman, you know it that Boko Haram doesn't give a damn about you, even though he's also a Fulani man, from Niger Republic. That small Muhammadu Buhari, that one from Niger Republic, whose papa was from Niger Republic, that small, he no care for you. Fulanis from Chad, Niger, Mali, Mauritius, and the rest of all these are Mauritania, beware. All these places they are coming from all over Africa. They are more important than you. The Fulani who is living in Nigeria, because they are not asking the Yorubas to give the land to the Fulanis from Sokoto. They said we should give the land to the Fulanis from Niger. Because if the Fulanis from Sokoto are looking for land, you have a big land there in Sokoto, Zamfara, and all these places. Somebody is asking, what is the meaning of Kwekpeye? Kwekpeye is duck. Quack, 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 quack. That's the word. That's Boko Haram's father. You see, in Yoruba land, you remember that we used to have all these Kwekpeye sellers, these Fulanis, Hausas with big, with this big cage, and they come straight into town selling Kwekpeye, selling awu. What do they call awu? What is a yawu in English? Help me, all of you, we sabi birds. Oh, modafunka. Maybe you should, if you are interpreting that for children, right there, mustard seed. Yes, you can. If you are interpreting that to children, you can say modafunka, then give it a name. Just give it any name. So Kwekpeye, Baba Buhari was selling from Niger Republic. It trekked from Niger to what is today's Niger State. From Niger State, right? He finally moved there to Zamfara. From Zamfara, he moved down to Kano. From Kano, he finally settled in what is today's Daura, Katsina, when they divided Nigeria. Long time ago, Omo Baba Ooni Kwekpeye no give a damn about you, even as a Fulani. If he does, see, if he did give if he gives a damn about you, right? Me, I'm a Yoruba man, right? And let's say I'm your president, the one and only number one, numero uno, Mayegun president, Mayegun of Nigeria. And I know that what the Fulanis want is they want cow, they want a space, they want, you know, they love like Boko Haram, who happens to be a cattle rearer himself. Boko Haram has never moved his cows onto the street of Daura looking for grass. So what has Boko Haram been feeding his cows? In where he put them, where he normally go there to take picture and talk to them. What has he been feeding them? So as the president of Nigeria, how much, let me ask you this, $1 billion, yeah, in Nigeria money is 500 billion naira. Okay. So imagine building building a Ruga settlement for, let me say, Fulani, let's say 20,000 Fulanis in Sokoto, and you create the land for them. Federal government money, because I'm a Fulani and I love Fulani. Just take the money and you build houses. You build, because yeah, you build hospitals, you build schools, you build markets, and then you build irrigation system whereby there will always be water to water the land and grow grass for your cows in a way that you can build. I mean, you know, they call Ruga, but you can call it ranching. Ranch. Use Nigeria money, build it. 7 years old. 7 years old. You are jumping up and down on social media. When people say Fulani terrorists, don't call us terrorists, don't call them terrorists. You just hate the Fulanis. It's because you hate the Fulanis. It's because of you hate us. It's because you hate the North. It's enemy of the North. Blah, 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 blah. Who is the enemy of the North? Other than the criminals who sees you every now and then getting killed and then slain, brutalized, raped, and even kidnapped. Yet, no single one of them has come out and say, we have built something to resettle the people. So that you see everybody complaining all over Nigeria. Please, we are very sorry. Don't worry, okay? We will take care of all these people. If you see anybody with their cows anywhere outside northern Nigeria, moving anywhere, arrest them. Arrest their cow. Jail them. No Gasikiani. Say go be. Now, if they did that, if they love you, if they truly love you, your Fulani governors, your Fulani Boko Fulani president, ask yourself, where is that settlement they have built for the Fulanis that have no land, have no job, have no cow? May they even steal the money, buy the cow, put you in a ranch for people who love you and say, take camera there and record and say, you see, this is what we're talking about. Look at this. Look at the Fulani children going to school. Look at them. Look at the Fulani women. Look at them in the hospitals. And some of you will be kind of jealous. Oh, man, look at the hospital. Oh, man, these Fulanis are cheating us. Look at the schools they built. But there is nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Right? Buhari and his gang, officially, they're going to become history in the next 18 months. Well, maybe not. They won't really be history that much. If they decide to put to complete their sinister motive and what have you. And then they will put an Igbo man there, or a Yoruba man, or another, well, maybe an Atiku, another Fulani, whatever. Buhari that loves you, the Buhari who is a Fulani man, how much of that has he shown you? But they keep telling you it's because they hate you. So they may tell you I'm kind of, I'm somebody who is, he just never shut up. I don't shut up. I talk. Sometimes they may sound so like nonsense. What's he talking about? Sometimes deliberately, I may just put everything together to get you a little bit shaky and imbalanced. And you will be like, I'm lost. Mayegun, what are you talking about? I do that all the time. They call it digression, deviate, do all of that. They may say all this, but the only thing they won't say about me is that he doesn't know what he's talking about. You may say that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just ask you now. A Fulani man, a Fulani president, a Fulani blah, 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 blah. People are being killed because they rejected the Fulani terrorists invading their land. People are being exiled because they rejected the Fulani subjugation and all of that. But you call that hating the Fulanis. You hate the Fulanis. It's because you hate the Fulanis. It's because you hate the Fulanis. Does Buhari love the Fulani? Who is going to build you Yada Yoruga? Who is going to build that your school? Who is going to build those hospitals for you when Boko Haram is no longer there? Despite the fact that he promised you. And he told all of them to come to Nigeria. Fulani Oko ati Fulani Ile. In Yoruba land, there's something called, they will say Fulani Oko and Fulani Ile. The Fulani Ile are the Fulanis who are domiciled in northern Nigeria. And then the Hausas are those who are there, always indigenous. Then the Fulani Oko are the Fulanis from the Mauritania, been at Mauritius, and then Niger and all those places. Those ones that are coming now are those they promised that if they could come and help them take over Nigeria, they were going to make life easier for them. 7 years down the line, now they don't turn to kidnappers. They don't turn to businessmen who kidnap because they could. They can kidnap and get away with it. So you Fulani, the Fulani who are in Nigeria, I'm saying this to you. They may make you think an Igbo man is hating you. A Yoruba man is hating you because you are Fulani and all of that. You are not even enjoying that being a Fulani in Nigeria, are you? You are not. The entire northern Nigeria is a mess. Everybody is just waiting. The funniest thing is that 2 days ago when I was live, I said they kill people every day in Nigeria. And then, this and that, people get missing. I bet most of those people who have been kidnapped, who got kidnapped yesterday, yeah? And those who got killed yesterday, some of them, maybe few of them, or 1 or 2 or 3 of them, they might have seen a turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Just wait for your turn. Okay? Just wait for your turn. So you don't harbor terror, you don't guide and protect a terrorist, and at the same time, expect a working country. So I'll make it easier for everyone today. Okay, if you are a Fulani man, if you have anything in you that is telling you that Nigeria is your country, and they have told you you have no other country, I am saying it to you now. That Nigeria they are telling you to hold on to is almost done for. They have taken everything that could make it a country away from it, including human dignity. Now, you don't have to believe yet, okay? But the end result of this whole thing is that when all of us finish lying to ourselves, when everybody finish pretending as much as you want, and when everybody finishes sitting on the fence, when the whole when the whole situation is now down on you and me, like it's done on many of us, yeah, you will join us. You will join us. You will join us from everywhere you are, all over the world, from every part of Nigeria. As your one Nigeria is shocking and shocking and shocking you today, yeah. If they don't kill you or kidnap you, you are going to join us very, very soon to end this corrupt rigged system. All right. And the manipulation they have been using, Yorubas for Yoruba, the Igbos for Igbo, and the rest of them, they are also fading. All right. So to the rest of you who have already come to your reality, I'm saying that keep patience, okay? Stay patient, relax, and then continue to feed your mind with the right information that tells you you are right when you agree that Nigeria is not working. Nigeria won't work except something is done to change this soul malady. Yeah, we are all doomed. But some of us are rejecting it. That is why people will say, Mayegun, we are not doomed. The system is doomed. And then the people will need to come to that reality. Once the people come to that reality of a doom system, they will end it. That is the time I'm waiting for. Where no royal father will need to speak for me. Where I won't have to go and be looking for the fancy word, the soundbite, interview, and all that all these guys always give to make us feel like, did you hear what Ooni just said? Ooni of Ife just fire Buhari. Say, what is that going to change? If fire Buhari and he's praising Tifnumbu, does that make any difference? Have you heard what Tanko technique? No, we will be done with all of that, okay? We will demystify all these rogues by holding these respected positions in Yoruba land. We will demystify them, and we will always advise them that time is coming, a generation is coming that will give no damn about any first-class Oba in Yoruba land. And we will not just give no damn, we will completely unmask them. Unmasking them means they will mean nothing to any one of us, okay? But hopefully, the Yoruba in us that is always so respectful, the Yoruba in us, especially the Yoruba in me, that is still telling me that it's okay. Maso everything. Hold it. That Yoruba-ness in me. Small time, we'll lose all the home training because people will not deserve respect. They're not supposed to get any respect. Old or young, Oba or no Oba or Ijoye, driver or whatever. You know what I mean? People will not deserve respect. They should never get any kind of respect. Respect is end. Do you get that now? So we will lose our home training. We will lose our home upbringing and the rest of that. We will call out all these guys until everybody agrees that. Who is that talking? Forget that one, Jared. Who is listening to that one? But we still use this moment to tell them Yoruba is bigger than Nigeria. Okay? And every Yoruba should know that and be proud of that. When Nigeria ends, Yoruba will remain. Yoruba existed before Nigeria. Yoruba is existing right now, even though choking under Nigeria. When Nigeria ceases to exist, Yoruba land will still exist. Do you get what I mean now? So if you see any Yoruba Oba, if you see any Yoruba politician bragging about the greatness of Nigeria, then undermining the greatness of the Yoruba people, it is a red flag. Do not respect such people. Do not regard them or revere them. Do not, by any means, bow your head to greet such animals, okay? So when we begin to identify them one after the other, demystifying them, and we have the people on our side. That day that I'm always dreaming of, when the establishment will kiss the dust and everything that came or exists with it will perish. That day We are waiting. Thank you so much for your time. Yomi, thank you so much for your super sticker, by the way. I decided to keep that up so that I can see it. If not, it's going to mix up in the comments. So listen, if you want to enjoy, my videos are always long. They are always long. Some of them explanation and explanation and explanation, repeat myself and again. But again, it's always lovely to watch me live. It works well that way. And you can watch it afterward, skip. But if you really want to enjoy Mayegun, don't skip my video. Or else, it's just going to be like, what is it talking about? You will never know it. So thank you so much. I'm going to see you later tonight if I have that much, availability. But until then, stay safe, like my video, share it. I'll see you some other time. Good afternoon.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi